Hi guys, and welcome to another video. This video today is a video I've been really wanting to put out for quite a few weeks now, and that video is, should you go and get a super bike, sports bike, 1 litre bike, whatever you want to call it, for your first bike? Now I did exactly that, and this is just, I want to explain to you the reasoning why I decided to do it and why I felt I could do it. So I watched many videos on YouTube about pretty much the same sort of subject. Now a couple of them that I actually came across, one YouTuber in particular was called Paramoto 959. The reason why I got quite attached to his video was obviously he was riding a 959 Panigale. Anyway, I'm going to put a link to his channel in my description below. Go check him out, he is a cool YouTuber. So anyway, going back to subject, should you go and buy a bike like this for your first bike? Now I'm going to say the answer is yes, and the reason why I'm going to say yes is because I know myself and I know the way I can ride, and I can stay within my comfort zone. That is the most important thing, is being able to ride within your comfort zone. If you're going to start overtaking ridiculously, putting yourself at risk and others at risk, if you're going to start sort of, you know, getting them heart-stopping moments where you think, oh Jesus, then you can't go and buy a bike like this straight away. If you're pumped with testosterone and you love riding faster than all your mates, then you cannot buy a bike like this. Don't do it. It is going to kill you. Basically, you've got to understand that the bike is really fast. Now this is a 955cc motorbike, okay, almost a 1 litre. It is knocking on the door of the 1 litre club. Okay, the R1s, S1000 RRs, yeah, they're 200 brake horsepower. They are going to be ridiculously fast. This is 157 horsepower. It is still fast. It will still push you back. You've got to hang on for dear life if you absolutely open it up. I picked this up and I couldn't ride it. I was like, oh my god, I was stalling it, I was jerking it. Over the next couple of weeks, I would go on to being able to at least ride it like look like I knew what I was doing. In traffic, they're a little bit of a nightmare. They're a bit jerky. I appreciate that. They do jerk about, but you know, once you realize that you learn really from YouTube, you learn how to handle them, and that's like, you know, using slightly higher revs when you're in lower speed. If you're in first, second gear, third gear even, you know, use higher revs. The bike will be a lot smoother. You know, sit behind cars until you're absolutely sure you can overtake. Like if I was to go and overtake both these cars now, I'm going to put myself in risk. One, there's a junction to the left. I know there's a junction to the right, but look, there you go, there's a car coming around. If I'd have committed to that, I'm going to have to make sure I'm really past them. If you start putting yourself in them positions, you're going to get yourself into trouble. And the reason why you're going to get yourself into trouble is because you're going to make decisions that you might not know how to handle if you're a new rider. If you have got years of experience, you know, you still can get yourself into trouble. So I would say, if you are going to buy a bike like this, make sure you know your skill level, make sure you know you can stay within your skill level, make sure you can stay within your comfort zone with simple tactics. Just if you can do all that, then I would say, yeah, go and jump on one of these bikes. They're not gonna bite you just because you've gone out and bought one of these, you know, because I really wanted the MT10 and I've been sitting on it. I haven't ridden one yet. I test rode the MT09, and when I test rode that, I actually thought, wow, this is going to egg me on to going quicker. Now if that bike was going to kill me, it's not because it's egging me on to go quicker, it's because it's egged me on and I've accepted the challenge. I've gone, yeah, okay, let's go, and I've put myself into a position where I'm not capable of getting myself out of. Just know your capabilities, and if you think you can stay within them, then I would say, yeah, crack on, go and buy your bike of your dreams. You know, there's nothing wrong with progressing slowly. If you want to do the whole 650 thing, because you've got to remember, you're going to be doing your tests on a 650 if you're doing your direct access, mod 1, mod 2, and you're over the age of 24, you're going to be doing your test on a 650 anyway. You're going to be sort of getting used to the bike very quickly, and you know, you're going to be capable of riding a 650, and then you're going to be thinking, oh, you're going to outgrow it quickly. That's what I'm going to say. But it all depends on the type of ride you are, and it all depends on what you're using the bike for. You know, if you're going to be just commuting to and from work and you're just going to be pottering along, messing about, then I'd say go for a 650 or a bike smaller, because one, you know, everything's going to be cheaper. The insurances, the fuel, everything's going to be cheaper. If it's a Sunday bike and you want to go out for hoons, then okay, this is where you've got to be careful, and this is where you've got to know yourself. As I say, this isn't a review about the sports bike itself at all. It's just literally, you know, about going from a small bike to a big bike, or going from, you know, onto one of these bikes as your first bike, you know, straight from your direct access. If I'm honest, going straight from direct access onto one of these, I would say probably not. I mean, I did 3 months on a 125, and I'll tell you something, that helped massively for my confidence. It helped massively for my experience level. You know, I am actually quite a steady rider. I like to have my fun, but I'm not one of these guys that goes sort of like white laning and stuff like that. Sorry, not white laning, white lining. I have just put myself into a position once where I went for a double overtake, and I should have only been a single. I should have gone for the first car only, pulled back in, let the car that was oncoming go past, then go for the second car. But I went for both cars. I made it, obviously I made it, but it was a bit of a, oh, you idiot, you shouldn't have done that, behave yourself. And I gave myself a bit of a talking to, and you know, and that was the end of it. So at the end of the day, you can get yourself into trouble on a 125. You know, just going down back lanes and stuff like that. If you're doing 40 or 50 into a corner that's not a 40 or 50 corner, you know, you're going to get yourself into trouble, and that'll even be on a 125. It's the type of rider that you are that matters the most, okay? So that is how I'm going to conclude this video, is ask yourself these questions: that are you able to control yourself? Are you a 3-digit person? Do you always love the thrill of speed? If you answer yes to that question, I'm going to say no, don't go for one of these as your first bike. You know, I'm travelling the speed limit here at the moment, and you know what, I feel quite comfortable, I feel quite happy. I'm enjoying the ride. I'm not saying I always stick to it. You know, I'm never going to admit to that, but for the purpose of my YouTube video, you know, I'm sat here at 60 and I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy. So yeah, there's your answer. Ask yourself the questions, whether you think you can trust yourself. If you can, then there's nothing wrong with going on one of these bikes. It is literally all about what you do with this, your hand. If you can control this, then there's nothing wrong with going with a bigger bike. Oh, f***ing hell, that was a sharp bump. Anyway, I'm going to wrap the video up here, and I will catch you again very soon. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.